Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Laker TV. This is actually our final episode. We're gonna miss you, girls. Anyways, me and Michael, and also our producer and behind the scenes camera guy, Jacob Leach, are leaving. We're all leaving. This is our last episode, like I said. Do you guys have one last thing to say to our fans?
I'll be back next year.
Well, we will be announcing who the show goes to after we talk about all the juicy topics we have for you guys tonight. Well, to start off, we're going to speak about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian has announced 2 weeks ago, that she is going to school to become a lawyer, just like her father. So what do you guys think about that?
Go for her.
I mean, she wants to do something with her life. I don't see what why it's a controversy.
Right.
I mean, you go.
I see people giving her a lot of crap because they say that she's untalented, but people forget that her father was Robert Kardashian, who defended Orenthal James Simpson.
Yeah.
One of the biggest crimes of the century at that time.
Exactly.
I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
She has something in her DNA that could help her down that path.
I know, and then a lot of people say that she's too old or it's too dangerous because of her not having talents, or she has too much money to do what she's doing. But I always say some people don't do it for the money. Some people actually want to do something. She's a mother of three. She wants to set an example for her kids. I don't see anything bad with it. And she did get 100% on her first test, which is congratulations, shutting some mouths. But yeah, what do you guys think about people saying that she's too old for this? Do you guys think it's ever of age to go to school?
Who's to make that decision though? It's say that you're too old to have to follow something that you're passionate about, because you can only live the sort of life that she has for so long when you want something else.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on who the people are, because I know, for example, Courtney didn't have a business until now, and she's the oldest one. So to have, all that money, I understand where people are concerned when it comes to, the money and, the space that she's taken away from somebody else who could be doing what she's doing. But it's come on, it's her life.
Yeah.
People do whatever. Courtney, like I said, Courtney just came out with a business, which I still don't know what it is. She just announces it, but I don't know what's going on. It's called Push. But most of them did their businesses late. They just started off just getting money. They got used to that, but then they're oh, hey, I'm gonna do something with what I have in here. Because a lot of their reputation, a lot of people think they're not talented, but everybody has a talent. Come on.
They probably also want to prove they've been living all this time with people saying they have no talent, they don't do anything. They probably see that and want to show that they can do something.
And Kim has been helping out with the law the past couple of years. So I don't see it as a surprise that she's going to school to become a lawyer. On to our next topic. Do you guys believe if somebody proposes, whether it's a she or he, now that we're in the digital world or the era where it doesn't matter what sex you are to do things, do you guys think that if you propose, let's say you propose, and the person says no, do you guys believe that the relationship is over?
Have you watched The Bachelor?
No.
The last season?
No.
Well, The Bachelor is fake.
Okay, well. She said no, but so they dated more. They're dating more after she said no to the proposal, which will probably lead to another proposal. But they didn't break up. They're still dating and they're doing really well. They just weren't ready for she wasn't ready for an engagement anyway.
I feel before you propose, there should be a common understanding between the two. Be okay, we're both ready. Propose.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know of people my best friend, she actually just had to talk. You have a talk. It's not always just get on your knees and do it. There has to be a talk there. And I don't understand how people, when I was with my ex, he was gonna propose within a month, and I was just you better not. It's some people need to understand that there's limits when it comes to just because you're proposing doesn't mean that the person has to say yes.
Yeah.
I know it's a huge emotional thing. It's beautiful. Everybody wants it, but it's if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. You know, so I mean, the relationship doesn't have to be over, but I feel like there's definitely going to be that awkward tension. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
you're not on
you
the
said
same
no.
page
Yeah.
anymore.
And I feel like a lead up to something like that has been taken over by like the glamour of the relationship and
Yeah.
the romance, where like it's something to seriously consider. Like, is this the next stage you want to take into your life, or like legally in your life? Because it's a legal
It's
commitment.
life-changing.
Yeah, it's not something to take lightly just in the moment. Like, I want this. Like, it's something
Yeah.
to seriously consider. And so when a person says no, it doesn't automatically mean like, oh, it's not because I don't care about you. It's just we may not be ready for this yet.
Exactly. And then to think like it's not just that I'm not ready. I don't believe you're ready. Like, you know, it's thinking clearly about what you want. And then people always complain about like how people cheat. Like, obviously I'm not defending cheaters, but how people cheat and how it doesn't work out and F that, F this. And it's just like, well, you're rushing into it. You like get married. I know of people that have actually just sat in their bed, looked at each other and say, let's get married. And that's it. Like, there doesn't have to be that huge proposal that everybody wants. Like,
That too.
the love is there. You don't need that. And I've always also said, like, you don't need this huge wedding to show how much you love the person.
The diamond is fake, but the love is real.
Do you guys believe in like huge weddings, or do you guys believe in marriage at all?
I have a response. See, it's like I would love a way to celebrate my love with someone, but I don't believe that I need to be legally binded to that person. And like some may say, oh, because you don't believe in relationships. It's like, if it's anything, like I want to have a relationship. I prefer that over dating.
Yeah.
It's just, I think about it like, say if we were to naturally grow apart, I don't want to subject someone to just like a year of like trying to get away from each other and like, well, in the sense that like we're spending thousands of dollars just to part ways when it should be as simple as, well, I've given it some consideration and I don't know if this is working. I
Yeah.
need some time to, well, of course, like think it over, but if you're absolute, then you should be able to lead the commitment.
Yeah, I've always said like marriage is just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because you literally, if you think about it, like, you know, when you have like a huge day, let's say like graduation or prom, you literally wake up the next day the same exact way you were feeling the day before.
Yeah.
So I've always said like it's just not even a day, it's a night where you just celebrate, while you could use all that money and go around the world and celebrate with the person themselves
Yeah.
and just have fun, because you're full of stress that day. So everybody else can enjoy your wedding.
Yeah, I feel
And
like the wedding isn't actually sometimes like
Yeah.
if it's like
Yeah.
a big wedding,
Like
it's
the
like more
term-
for the guests.
Like
Yeah,
the term's
exactly.
like bridezilla. It's like this sort of like culture behind that, where like the anticipation, the anxiety for the wedding, and like say if you like certain families like feed off of like the anxiety. It's like, I just want you to be okay, but I'm not okay because you're not okay. Just it's too much.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
No.
I love weddings.
You do?
Yeah.
Who are- it's-
I want a
I
wedding.
don't
Like a
hate
party.
them. But
I
it's
like
just
the reception
Right.
part.
like don't get me wrong. It's like when it's not
It's
your
nice,
wedding,
yeah.
it's a fun time.
It is.
Like,
But that's exactly what I'm saying. Like most of the weddings are done for your guests and not for yourself. And it's like if you want to demonstrate to people that you love the person you love your husband, you love your wife, or whatever you're marrying, you could do that on your own. You don't need to
Yeah.
demonstrate that to other people. You know?
Yeah.
And I've always said, like, for my wedding, if I do get married, because sometimes I believe, sometimes I don't believe, I just want to be on the beach wearing a freaking white shirt from Old Navy that costs $5 with 5 guests
yeah.
from each side. That's all I want in
Yeah.
the Caribbean. That's it.
I'm coming home from Hawaii to tell my mom, hey, so me and him got hitched. We saved you some wedding cake.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's more meaningful to me than to waste thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on one night when you can have a whole vacation. You can
Yeah.
have multiple vacations with all that money that you're wasting. Not wasting, but all that money that you're using on the wedding and the reception and the dress.
Crushing my dreams. It's fine.
Well,
It's
what's your
okay.
perspective?
I know.
I
What's
don't
your
know.
yeah? Tell us.
I don't know. It's fine.
Come on, express.
That's what you guys
Are you
want.
No,
gonna be a
like-
bridezilla?
No. I wouldn't necessarily. I'd be like having a wedding for like everybody else. Like I want to have that memory with a guy.
Yeah. that's
Like
true.
Yeah, I
this
agree with
beautiful.
you.
Like just like me like walking down the aisle, like he's at the end of it. Like I'm not paying attention to the people who are like all around me. I'm looking at him and I'm looking forward to like this day represents. It was like the first day of like the rest of our lives. So it's like it's a celebration in my opinion.
So would you like the ritual of it?
Yeah. So would you be okay with like my wedding situation?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
oh, you're just bougie.
Huh?
You're just bougie.
What?
No, because she is okay with just having, like, would you be okay with just going to, like, a random, like, island in the Bahamas and just getting married with him? Just with him, just you
well,
and
I mean, like, I would probably have, like, immediate family
yeah,
there,
like,
at
let's say, like, 10 guests each.
And, like, your close friends. I don't need, like, 1,000 people there.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, it's not the whole, like, getting married thing. Like, I believe in marriage. It's just, like, sometimes I don't, but I do believe in marriage. But it's just the whole entire, like, creating a whole wedding type thing. Like, wedding could be small, wedding could be big.
So you believe in the marriage part, but you don't believe in, like, the big white wedding.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be done
Yeah.
to show that you love that person. And you could even just show that person that you love them on your own. Like, if I would be okay without having anybody there, and I'll be okay with having people there. 10 maximum, but... That's the part that I'm like iffy about. Like I don't think you necessarily need like a whole big like party.
Yeah.
So question for you, since you're the only one that is in a relationship at this table, when it comes to you going out with your boo thing, do you guys like take turns paying the dinner, or is it always him, or like is it always you?
So. He always offers to pay the bill, but like I always feel guilty. So if I want to pay it, I have to grab the thing before he does. Like that's the way it works. Like he'll always pay, but like I won't let that happen. So and even if it's like I have a really good sushi place in my town, and it's like super expensive, but we love to go there. So we'll just do like splitsies sometimes, you know.
All right. So question for you guys: do you guys think that it should be that the person who offers is the person who pays? Or if you guys are so like intrigued and so like fascinated that that person, your crush or whoever, invites you, that you would be willing to pay half just because you're so excited to be at that. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be him or she that pays.
I feel like if they like ask you out, I feel like it's nice of them to offer to pay, but I feel like personally I would want to like do half.
Yeah, okay.
I never expect someone else to pay, or like nor do I want to like not say I'm cheap, but just like I want that mutual respect. Like I'm gonna pay for my stuff, you pay for your stuff. Like if you're
would it be a date then? Would it still be a date if they,
it doesn't matter.
But they were the one that invited you to the date. Would you think it would still be a date if you guys split it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean, I believe the same thing. Like,
I'm not gonna stop you if you want to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to stop at all.
If you insist.
I think it's a nice gesture
twist
for
my
them
arm
to ask,
hair.
but like I'm not gonna expect it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think like most of the dates that I've gone on, I've probably never paid, but it's just that they insist on paying.
Go ahead,
it's
flex.
it's not like I don't want to pay. It's just like, I mean, you invited me, like you took it out of my bed. I could have been taking a nap right now. Like, you know what I mean? You're taking time from my time to take me out. So you better pay.
He's doing you a service, so you better pay.
So yeah, I do. No, I mean, I believe like the splitting. I think the first date, this is my belief. I don't know if you guys believe this, but I think the first date, whoever invites to the dinner is the one that has to pay.
The first date, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with the
think
first date.
Like I think if it's the first date and he or she invites you, they have to pay.
I don't think they have to.
No, I mean not they have to, but it's like something that I would be expecting since you're the one inviting me. And I'm talking about like the first day, like you don't know this person. Like for example, if you're at a bar and the person's like, "Hey, I want to take you on a date on Tuesday," you're like, "Oh, sure." So you never said you wanted to go, like, so why should you be paying?
I don't know.
What if you're broke? Like that week you haven't gotten paid.
If I have no money, then I'm not.
I'm gonna be upfront with you. It's like, hey, it's like I don't have the finances for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you want to pay? Cool. Hi.
What if like you're on a date and like let's say like the bill comes and you guys just go like this?
I've been that. I'm just like,
I go on my
Okay,
phone.
okay.
I'm like, because I feel awkward. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do feel awkward when that bill comes, because it's like even like from our like community, it's like you guys are both the guys, and in today's beliefs, like they always said, the guy has to pay. So when it's two guys, I always like the bill comes, and I'm like,
I think in case like the more feminine one falls into like the like heteronormative role of just like being like, oh, the man pays.
Yeah.
So like the more masculine or like appearing or acting man like pays. Or if you're like if you're feminine and not like just being your true self, like no, I can pay for yours because I have the money. Like do you, bro?
Right.
Yeah. Represent. Represent
that
the
is
femmes.
true. Like, and within our community, and even the heterosexual community, like they always expect the guy to pay, and it's just like, come on, girls, step your game up.
Okay, I just said I do have. Don't come at me.
So what if like Harry Styles invites you?
Okay, if Harry Styles invites me, I will pay for him. His
She
meal
would
too.
pay for the limo to hit her that Harry
Yes,
is riding in.
You are correct.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So he would have to save money on dinner.
I mean, he has tons. Okay, never mind. Anyways, on to our next topic. All right, our next topic is going to be something unique we've never actually done at this table, and it's story time.
I don't know what to say.
So, question for you guys: what is the most juiciest? All right, let me ask this to Michael first.
Yeah, please do.
While you guys think, what is the juiciest like drama that you've been through in your 4 years of college?
Oh my gosh, give me a second for that one.
You could talk
'Cause this
about
was
last week's
There was a
drama.
different
you
prop.
spoke-
That's been this last semester. But
what happened last weekend at the party? I mean, I don't mean to put
Yeah, what
anybody
happened
on
last week at the
blast,
party, Michael?
but I already brought it up, so
I can't
Now
do
I'm
my friends like
intrigued.
that.
you don't
I
have
can't
to
do
say
my
their, you don't
friends
have
like
to say their
that.
name.
But I only went to one party last weekend, so they're gonna know.
Yeah, but this episode's not gonna come out till next week, so it's like.
Okay.
And I just said it. But
Who knows when this episode's
job.
coming out? Could be months from now.
And you're graduating. Like, who cares?
I'll do one from last year.
Okay, well, whatever. I'll spill it.
I got.
Later.
I did last year.
I'll
I
spill
got-
one of mine. So okay, go.
I got into this like weird place where a lot of straight guys like wanted to like make out with me and hook up with me, and they always do it. But I was just like, I wonder who else knows that you're on the low.
You know how many? I'm
Dang.
not even gonna say it anyways.
I look like a thought.
No, you don't. It's your juicy tea time. I mean, there's people have done worse, and you didn't even say anything you actually did,
Yeah.
which you did tell me,
Hi.
but you haven't told the audience. So can you please share?
Yeah, what happened at last week's party?
Are y'all gonna buy my food, my drink? Then you'll learn.
I'll spill it. No, I'm joking. Okay, so one of mine, I would have to say last year, which was our junior year. I used to like, it's so awkward to speak about it, but it's like, I used to speak to this one guy who is on the athletic team at Mercyhurst University. And to point out, there are a lot of guys, as Michael and I know,
Yeah.
that are like closeted in this school. In the school in the world. I just cursed. But anyways, I remember that I was speaking to him, and then I went on this like trip with my cousin. My cousin came to visit. It was me, my cousin's boyfriend, and another guy, right? And I'm on this app, which me and Michael know about, and the guy hits me up, and I had no clue that, like, you know, it was like that. And he wouldn't send a picture, but I had a feeling I knew who it was, because we just made eye contact in the hallway, and I was just like, And then, like, 10 minutes later, I get a freaking text from him on the app. And so the one kid that was with my cousin, I didn't really like him that much. Like, he came into the group, and I was just like, ugh, here he comes. He shows, I tell my cousins, like, oh, like, I'm talking to this guy, but I don't show his face because obviously I don't want to put him out there. And I'm like, but is it okay if, like, he comes over the night that we were staying here? Obviously, they were gonna meet him that night, but I didn't want to blast him with his pictures. So then that one person that was with my cousin in the group, he goes ahead and actually hits him up. He actually hits up the guy that I was talking to. And you know me, I don't stay shut. Yeah. But he wanted to
take cover.
He wanted to take over. It was the most awkward thing. He wanted to take over, and he was just like, "Oh, are you talking about this guy?" And I'm just like, you know I don't stay shut, so I'm definitely gonna say something. I'm like, "Are you serious right now?" I guess he wanted me to I thought he was expecting me to stay shut or something. But I was just like, "Are you serious right now? You're literally breaking 2 freaking rules. You don't speak to your friends, boo thing or whatever.
Your DL or whatever."
And it's just there's a lot of rules broken there. And he just got so awkward. But like I said, I guess he was expecting me to stay shut. And I'm just like, no, I'm not staying shut. I told him. Boy. And we were in the car the whole entire ride. He was just so quiet. And the next thing, I don't feel bad for what happens next because he did it to himself. But when the guy came over, I told the guy what happened. I'm like, this kid is really hitting you up. He's with us. And he just started laughing. So he started messing around with him. So, we would go to the kitchen, and he would go, the apartment we rented was really big. So, you could go around. If you go to the kitchen, you could literally go into the room. It was just, around. Yeah. So, we would go into the kitchen, and he would walk out. You would never see him. But it was just because he felt so awkward, that he hit up the guy that I was talking to. And now he's at the house. It's just but you did it to yourself. Why are you hitting him up? Now it's really awkward. And then purposely, he was watching a movie in the living room. And me and the guy did whatever we had to do in the room, whatever. And then we were done. We went to the living room just to watch the movie with him on purpose, just to make him feel awkward.
That's so weird. But I love that.
But it's just it was funny to me and the guy. It's just are you serious right now? So yeah, that was a very crazy night.
Was a tea time. If
yeah.
I remember one.
So what about you guys? Do you guys have any juicy
Okay,
tea
listen.
time?
We have to spend the next 3 years here.
We have to come back just to see what the topics are gonna be like.
Yeah, come back in 3 years and I'll spill some tea.
Oh my God.
I'm curious to know. There was a mystery person that hit me up on the Hush Hush app.
Oh yeah, I've had a ton.
And but it was on campus. He told me, "I've seen you all around campus. I think you are so beautiful." I'm like, "Who is this?" And it's DL. So it's it makes me think who's watching us?
Honestly, I always I'm in class and come on, there's 30. Let's say that there's 15 out of 30 guys in the class. There has to be one. Yeah. There has to be one that's into that.
It's 2019. Don't front. It's okay.
Yeah, but I've had actually people who have messaged me on the app and it's just hey, I've seen you around. I'm just what the heck? It's so awkward. But they don't want to show who they are. It's that's annoying. I had one guy, he doesn't go here anymore, but he was oh yeah, I used to always see you around. I used to think you were so beautiful. I'm you never spoke to me.
Yeah.
It's what do you want me to do now?
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
But it's just weird. It's just like Michael says. It's you feel weird. It's what moment were you staring at me
Uh-huh.
Anyways, okay, so that is the end of today's episode, but we do have some last discussions and stuff to talk about. And one of them is to announce who the show goes to now that me and Michael are leaving. Now, we have had multiple people on the table, of obviously Jill, Gabrielle, Annie. Zach has been on the table. Yeah. Riley has been on the table. Cody has been on the table. So there's a lot of people who would be perfect for the part. But I think there's 2 people that I believe that would fit the job perfect, and obviously they're standing right here. Aww. So the show is gonna go to Gabrielle and Jill. It's gonna go to Gabrielle and Jill because I believe that they have the potential. You guys are freshmen, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. It's gonna be 3 years, and it's gonna go by really fast. But I want you guys to make the best of the show, and even if it's a boring day, try to make it the best day because you're gonna look back at this and be oh, I remember that. So have fun with it. I'm very glad to give it to you guys. I hope Michael's glad I'm giving it to them too.
I really believe in you too.
Yeah, I think you guys have a lot of potential.
I feel we've had some good influence on you. It's sassy, bring the tea, like,
Yeah,
take no prisoners.
Try to take over it, and then like whoever accompanies you guys next year, just try to like fill your space very like carefully with who you put here. Try your best. Remember, you guys are gonna be the leaders of the show, so make it the best, like I said. And I also do believe that Zach has a lot of potential, but he
Yeah.
has his own show. I think Zach is very good at what he does too. I think all three of you guys have very like strong potential to have a show on here. And I just hope for the best and wish you guys the best.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, good luck
thank
to
you.
you guys.
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, this is so good. Episode.
We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in to us and like
Yes.
listening to our drama and our takes on pop culture. This is our last
It has been a
season.
very emotional, funny, everything. I think this show has had a lot. And I feel like if we could have been here longer, we could have made it like more of us. Like we could have made it more us. But I know that with them two, it's gonna be perfect. I'm in no way, shape, or form gonna regret giving it to you guys. I think that you guys are gonna make the best of it. And I hope you guys do because we are gonna be tuning in. I will be watching the live. Just to
You
see
can
what's
come
going
back
on.
for an we'll have
Oh, yes,
we'll have
I would
like
love to.
bring
I
you
would
guys
love to.
back.
I would love to. I just can't wait to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are still here like in 3 years to see how much you guys have grown. And that's one thing I wanted to tell you guys before. Like, you guys are freshmen. Everything's new right now. But once you get used to it, it goes
Right.
back like that.
Yeah.
So make the best of it. Make the best 4 years, now 3, of your college career. And one thing that I would recommend for everyone who is coming to college, and obviously you guys, is to always be open-minded.
Yes.
Always be open-minded, and that's something that I think me and Michael could
Right.
talk about because we hated each other for the first 3 years of college, and like we would literally fight in class. I'm surprised it didn't get physical, but we would really fight during class, like against like he's in the other side, I'm on the other side. And the same thing with Donnie. I didn't really like Donnie that much either.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
And then, yes, I didn't even
Tea.
like Donnie that much, but like
Tea.
being open-minded, like I saw
Yeah.
the flyer where it said like Lakers student media, and I was just like, wow, that's something that I like. Why am I gonna let people I quote unquote dislike stop me from doing what I like? And then I saw Michael in the group. I'm like, great. And then look how we are now. We're like not super close, but we are definitely better than how we used to be. So that's one thing I would recommend everyone. Not even just college students, like everybody around the world, to be open-minded with stuff because you never know. You never know what could happen, and look what we did. Look what we created.
But that and just like put petty things aside.
Yes.
Like really like just realized. Well, I feel like after a year, like you really get into and you get used to like a majority of what goes on campus, like and marinate in the experience. You're never going to have a camaraderie, a time like this where you can just like, oh, I got my stuff done. I can go to a friend's house. I can like drink on a school night. It's like, because when you're an adult, it's called alcoholism. Because it's like, really, it's like, you have 3 more years to really just make the best of like one of the most freeing times in your life. It's ironic because like you're tied down with classes and like finances, but besides that, you have that cushion for 3 years. Love it.
Yeah.
Make the best of it.
And
please.
utilize, like, I know that our studio may not be the best studio, like, in the country, but even just in the state, but it's just, like, make the best of it because not everybody has this opportunity that you guys are having.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be able to share this experience and share everything with you guys before we leave. I feel like even though, like, we're 3 years apart, I could definitely connect with you guys on many different levels. So I'm very excited to see what you guys do with the show.
Thanks.
And that is it for today and for this semester.
Aw.
So farewell, and I'll see you guys when I see you.
We'll see you around. Thank you for your time.
Aww. You guys.